My name's Naira, and recently I've been using Facerig for my live streaming. I wanted to keep kind of anonymous, so I decided to set up Facerig to use in place with my persona. However, I didn't want to just use the base sort of character customization that Facerig comes with, because as you can see, my personal character has some pretty specific markings. So I did some Googling on how to retexture it, but it was still a little bit confusing, and I've been getting a lot of people asking me how I went about this. So, oh god, I've just realized how uneven the markings are. Anyway, so I'm here to show you all about that. So first off, if you Google Facerig custom texture, you should get this link to the Facerig manual, though you might be able to search through the website, and I'll be sure to link it below. But, excuse me. Basically, I found this on the Facerig website, which is the data pack that allows you to edit the character things. And it should give you a link here to this, this Google Drive, which will give you all of the avatar texture packs. And for all the default ones, this is the one you want, the avatars texture pack. I don't have any of the DLC, so I didn't bother with that. But if you do have DLC, then you're probably going to want to look in there. And then there's also a PDF here with some instructions, but I still found it ever so slightly a little bit to sort of understand. So I'm going to show you how to do what this tells you to do anyway. So once you've downloaded the avatar pack, you're going to get this kind of confusing, mostly unlabeled set. So you know, these ones are labeled, but these ones are not. So here's the tough bit, is when you're going to have to just kind of go through them and open them. So Avatar 13 is the avatar I'm using, and you're going to get all these different Targa files, TGA. Now I'm using Photoshop, but GIMP is free, and GIMP can also open and edit these. So don't worry if you don't have Photoshop. You can also Google and probably find other programs that will do this. And you're going to want to find the one that suggests that it's for the body. So for this one, it is the fur. So you can see here, this is the eye, the corset, the sleeves. You know, that's obviously not the body, so you want the fur one. Some of them I found they just say body or eyes, so the body is probably going to be that. But the easiest way to figure it out is to open it. And you can see here, it should be relatively obvious which character it is. So you know, I'll open up. That's the wrong folder. So say, I believe Avatar 11. See here, you've just got eye and body, so that's not very descriptive. But if you open it, you can sort of see that that's the sort of realistic wolf avatar. And you've got to also notice that it's black and white. And I think that is so that Facerig, when you're using the customization, it sort of tells Facerig which shade to change what color. And at first I thought that this just meant that you couldn't use color in this. So I was just doing it black and white and just trying my best, but it just wasn't working. So I did do a patch test of color. Let's do something crazy here. Let's make her bright flippin' green all over. So that's color. That is nuts. But basically, here's the part where it gets ever so slightly confusing, right? So, where are we? So, assuming you've gotten this through Steam, you need to go to where you've installed Steam. For me, it's on this drive under Steam Games. So you want to go to Steam Apps, Common, Facerig, Mod, VP, PC Custom Data, and Objects. If there's not an Objects folder, you want to make one. But there should be one. There was one when I installed it. And you're not going to have these folders in here. These are ones I've put in here. In fact, these ones can all go. And you're going to want to make a folder labeled after the avatar. So you want to basically copy the name of the avatar here in the pack. You want to copy this. And so you're going to make that, and then it has a very specific name. So you're going to want to make sure that you keep the same file name, which should be fine, you know, if you accidentally stuff up or something, because you should keep this folder is obviously separate to your downloads folder. So this is the original. In case you mess up anything, make sure you don't save over the original. I mean, you can just re-download it anyway if you do stuff up. But basically, this is the file, and it's going to replace the default custom character in Facerig. So when you open Facerig, this is kind of a basic UI. You know, you can choose your avatars here, but there's nothing up here. And this was a bit confusing for me at first because I noticed other people having customization options. If you go up here to UI+, you'll have advanced UI. And here is where you really get the extra stuff. Now, I'll let you play with that later. Let's go back to Kathy, this lovely fox vixen lady. And so you'll notice she's got this normal sort of version, that's her main self. Kathy Chill Evening, Kathy Autumn, and then here you're going to notice she's all grey and she's Kathy Custom. And you've also got another Kathy Custom over here. This one's a bit different because I left all my other settings on, so ignore that. Let's just focus on this girl right now. So you can see you can even like change the shape of her head. This is my preference for Naira. But basically, if you go into customization, you know, you can change stuff here, which is cool, you know, if your character's relatively simple enough and you can get away with that, you know. But if you don't want to do this, where are we? You're going to notice at some point down here, fur mask file. And so this is where it wants you to save it, but it's not very descriptive. So if you try and just load a file from anywhere, it's going to complain to you and tell you to put it where I've put it. So let me just save the green character. So we've got our green girl here. Going to save this as, you want to save it as Targa, TGA. And you're going to want to go to, like we did before, Steam Apps, Common, Facerig, Mod, BP, PC Custom Data, Objects, Avatar 13, and you're going to want to save it over this. We click Yes. Okay. And now, if I just re-click on Kathy Custom, she should all turn green. No, this one. There we go. If it takes a little bit to load, that means it's probably happening. Whoa, yeah, see? She's some Shrek levels of green right now. And but this one should also be updated. Yeah, so now she's updated. And the hair is still green from before, so it doesn't affect the hair or the eyes or the clothes or anything, just the fur. And so, you know, you can go along and you can choose any of these characters. You know, they've got some pretty cool presets already. But if you have really specific, you know, markings that you want, then, whoa, you know, you might want to be Doge, you might want a Doge persona. You know, you've got all these characters, and there's even more in the DLC. So you can give them really specific markings like this. So I'll very quickly show you how I edited mine. So here she is in black and white. Let me just get rid of this color panel. You can see here I've done a whole bunch of experimenting with layers here. So, you know, I wanted this bit to be white. This is an overlay layer to try and keep some of that fur detail in there. Added a little bit more because there wasn't quite enough. Added in the sort of dark sections of my character, still in black and white, to try and get those values right. That's where her face is messed up. I'll fix that later. Then I wanted everything to be pretty brown, except for those sections that are white. I wanted it a bit darker, but not everywhere. And I added a bit of orange to her nose. And I experimented bumping it up a bit. You know, I might even bump it up a bit more. And yeah, and I've kept this all separate from the original, just in case. And so basically, you know, you go save as, go your Targa. Just gonna cut back to where I saved. I'm going to save over this file in the objects folder in our PC custom data area. Yep. And now in Facerig, if I click on this custom girl, voila, we are Naira again. Whoa. Oh, yes, so this is another thing I want to point out, right? Is that the custom colors that you've put in are still going to be there, which is why this Naira has been attacked with a bunch of fluoro markers. So I set it all to white. And there we have it. I'm a lot more normal now. You know, if you want it a bit darker, you might make it a darker gray. But basically you want to keep it in the gray because otherwise this color is going to bleed through. You know, like unless you want that, you know, unless you want, whoa. Oh my goodness. Yikes. But, you know, you can play with this, obviously. But basically, yeah, if you want your character's markings to show up, then there you go. And then you can play around with the rest of it, you know. You can scale the pupils, you can make them different sizes, or you can link them, you know. Now they're linked. Whoa. Whiskers thickness, you know, and each different avatar has, you know, different things that they can scale, you know. Some things they can't. You know, tiny little eyes. Can have a stretched head, fat mouth, tiny nose. Oh yes, I think I should keep this. You know, jacket colors. You know, eye color. You can, if your character has different colored eyes, you know, you can do that as well. And sort of the rest of the customization is in here. Unfortunately, you can't do much about the hair, as far as I'm aware, unless you're a 3D modeler who knows what they're doing. You can't really do much there. I think this is a good look for Naira. You know, and every avatar has their own things, you know, so I haven't really explored Doge, you know, features. Most of them seem to have a pupil scaling. This one's got a whiskers thickness and a whiskers length, but nothing else. You can't play with his ears or his head shape or anything. You know, where's the, oh look, we've got a husky here. What does he have? Features. You can only scale his eyes. His eye pupils, rather. You can't even scale anything else. You know, so each avatar is a little bit different in how much customization there is. As far as I'm aware, you know, this wolf dude is pretty customizable. Yeah, you know, he's sort of the same as the fox girl, which I've adopted to being a wolf girl. Oh boy, this is a handsome fellow. You know, this realistic wolf, Moon. Yeah, same thing as the husky. You can only really do the pupils. Let's check out this guy. Whoa. His mouth is not connecting at all to mine. Which also, you know, if you're having trouble calibrating, which obviously mine is, you can do a quick auto calibration. You just hold your face really neutral. There we go. He's still a bit oh goodness me. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. But if you have similar troubles to this, right, you can go here. Sorry, in your expanded UI, because you need that. You can go over here to advanced tracking configuration. And you can see here his mouth, his jaw drop, right? His mouth should not be open if mine's closed. So that's fine. Jaw left, right. Maybe that was screwing up. Lip stretch. You know, if you're having trouble with this, you can just disable it even. No, wait, that's for smiling. You know, but I usually disable the stuff that moves them left and right. Pursed lips left, right, that's probably mucking up. Disable. That's a little bit better. Why is he so choppy? You can smoothen stuff here as well. You know, so maybe there's some weird stuff going on here. There's a whole bunch of YouTube calibration things you can use. What is going on with you? Disabled you. You're on top smooth. What the hell? Okay, I don't know what's happening here, but reset to defaults, maybe that'll... Nope. Well, I don't know what's wrong with this guy, but you get the idea. You can figure it out. Maybe it's something I've done somewhere else. Wow, he's not even reacting to my mouth now. What the hell did I come here for? Oh yeah, customization. So, okay, cool. So he's got ears and stuff. Oh my goodness, how cute is that? Whoa. Yeah, so good gravy. Yeah, anyway, you've also got things here like enabling crossed eyes and you want the eyelids and everything, whatever. Basically all other customization from there on is on you. But that is my tutorial in a nutshell. But if you need any more help, you know, please feel free to ask me. Yikes, I forgot about this already. Yeah. So if you need any help with this, I'm quite happy to answer any questions you might have. And yeah, I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a good day.